Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rick with Stumpt, and I'm here today playing more Project Highrise. And though this technically is episode 2, we're starting a new game because episode 1, I had sort of anticipated to be sort of a first look. I wanted to test the waters, see what you guys thought about it, and you guys thought very highly of it, apparently. I really couldn't anticipate the reception that this game got from you guys. You really seem to dig it, and I dig that you guys really seem to dig it. So I don't even have my original save anymore because I think this game only saves the previous 3 saves, and so since I played it more since then, I don't even have my old saves. I've got to start a new game. But I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm going to start a new game, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and plow through. Whoops, wrong tab. Plow through the first couple of quests, all right? Because I accepted this quest, the need more people, and I finished the basic offices quest in my last episode. So what I'm going to do is sort of do a little speed run through those couple of first quests, and once I get through with that, we're just going to pick it up kind of where I left off last episode. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. And there you go. We're pretty much back up to speed where I left off in episode 1. We've got 4 of each of the different types of offices right now. We've got insurance, accounting, legal, and creative. Creative's up here. We've got 3 different cafeterias. We've got like a breakfast place and a couple lunch places here. And also I put in like courier service, copying services, and office supply services because a lot of these offices, they kind of demand that sort of stuff. In order to keep them happy, you got to have that stuff. And the layout of this building is a little bit different than what I had in the first episode. What I've done is I've created elevator banks that separate the offices from the restaurants because the restaurants, they cause smells and noises. I can actually show you. Let me see here. So like smells. You can see smells permeating from here. These people, they're getting a little bit of the smell, but you know, it's better to have this buffer here. And also the noise. Check this out. See that noise? Oh man, so noisy, right? So I want to have like all this noisy stuff down in the basement and try to get these guys as far away from the noise as I can. And that's about as far away as I'm going to be able to get those guys without building like a lobby or something. But I don't want to, you know, have space that I'm not using to make rent at this point. Later on when we're making money hand over fist, then I'll make a lobby. It'll be pretty. Okay, so enough rambling. What are we going to do next? I've got a population of 36. I need a population of 50, and I can actually take a new contract. And so what am I going to take? Am I going to do industry diversification? The Department of Planning needs your help again. This time, they'd like to begin to diversify the city's professional class. Plan your 12 medium offices and attract a varied group of white-collar professionals to your building, and the city will reward you for your cooperative spirit. All right, so we're gonna get $1,000 up front, 3,000 on completion, and we're gonna get 20 influence when we're done. Apparently we need 2 prestige to do that though, so this is all a moot point. We're gonna have to do incremental income. The city's Department of Planning and Development is looking for a model of sustainable growth for rental property. Have daily revenues of 3,000 or more, and they'll reward you for being a beacon of financial prudence. 500 up front, 1,500 on completion, and 25 buzz. All right. Since that's the only contract we could take, we're going to take it. Okay, I've just gotten paid, which means I can start going ahead and putting in some more offices. So I'm going to stick with the theme of having like legal offices on one floor, accounting offices on another floor, creative on a 3rd floor, so on and so forth. And I'm going to start putting in some more offices so that I can actually get up to Prestige 2, because I can't start building my medium-sized offices until I get to Prestige 2. So let's hopefully get to that. Let's see. I'm going to put in a couple more offices up here because I can. And a couple offices there. Okay, what am I going to put in? Wait, actually, before I put in, I'm not going to put in anything until I have power and phone going to these offices. Otherwise, they're going to be mad when they move in. What are you telling me? Drat, rain. Other than causing especially dirty floors, rain means that fewer visitors from outside of the building will be patronizing your restaurants and stores. Uh-oh. So I needed to do something about this rain. I need a... Well, I guess there's not much I can do about the rain. I can't stop the rain. I'm not God. People are just gonna have to put up with it. All right, who's gonna pay me the most here? This dude, 165. I'll take your rent. And I don't think I can afford to move anybody else in. Oh, I can. I have... no, I can't. Oh, I can. Never mind. I'm going back and forth here. I have $103. I can pay to move somebody else in for 100. There we go. Perfect. Now I've only got $3, though, which means that I have to wait until I get paid again in order to actually move some new tenants in. Because I am running on a shoestring budget at the moment. There we go. We finished one of our contracts. We're making 3,000 in rent a day. Awesome. Now we're making 1,100 a day, which is pretty great. And we got a little boost from completing the contract. Since we completed the contract, that means that we can actually sign a new contract. And we can actually do that diversity contract now. Part of me, though, wants to do the city again is seeking to demonstrate developers with a hospitable and profitable place like this. Resounding revenue. Raise our revenue to 5,000 a day. I kind of want to do that, and then I can start building the offices I need for industry diversification. So by the time we sign that contract, we'll just be able to complete it. And you'll see what I mean in just a moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and start planning for those new offices. And I'm going to actually plan to build the offices up rather than out. So what am I going to need for the offices first off? Let's take a look, because I know that there's certain demands that these people have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a little bit of a buffer, all right? Actually, no. I'm just going to give it a buffer for noise and smell, but you know what? They're just going to have to put up with it. That's just what they're going to have to do. So let's start building outwards a little bit, because these are very large buildings. Just a little bit here. I think I need to build 3 of each. Like 3 medical, 3 law, 3 accounting, and 3 creative, I believe is what I need to do. So let's go ahead and let these guys get to work. And eventually what I'm going to want to do is build some new elevator banks too. Offices like being near elevators. So let me see if I can actually see that. Elevators right here. See that? So everybody in this green area, they like it. If I were to build another bank of elevators, say here, then all of the offices over here are going to be happy too. So once I can afford it, I'll do that. But honestly, building banks of elevators is expensive, because if you look at the operation cost of elevators, it's kind of crazy. $50 a day. So that's 50, 100, 50, 200. That's $250 right there in operation costs. If I were to build a new bank, then that's going to be another $250 that I'm losing per day. And I'm only making $1,100 per day. So that would make no sense. We're not going to do that. We're not going to build those new elevator banks yet. But when we're rolling in the money, we definitely will. Okay, so now we've got our new offices here, right? And I'm going to need to put in the closets, right? The water and the power closets. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, wiring closet, plop, and oh, I'm going to need to actually build one more tile here for the water closets, because some of these guys are going to need water closets. There we go. And now let's go ahead and, oh, I need to stretch the power out to the closet. There we go. Start running those wires all the way down. Make sure that we have wires. And make sure that we have phone for these guys. Phone. Phone lines. Wait. Why can't I build phone lines? Oh, snap. I need to bring these phone lines over here. That's why. Pay attention, Rick. You're live in front of people. They will criticize you if you don't do good. All right, so another day, another dollar. We're at now, we've got 300. Numbers, Rick. $3,555 stored up in our coffers. Let's go ahead and start picking some medical offices. Oh, we can't pick medical offices because we need a drugstore. Ha ha! Let's build that drugstore. So what we're going to need to do is, I'm going to build it in front here. All right, that's where we're going to build the drugstore. And how big does it need to be? It needs to be that big? Okay, which means that I could actually take these out. That's fine. Go to work, guys. Now, here's the rub. I can't build a drugstore unless I have a storage room. So we're going to need to put in a storage room. And here's storerooms right here. This is basically where any stores that we have, they'll store their inventory in these storerooms. And I'll put it right down there once these guys are done building. Right underneath the drugstore, just for convenience sake. There we go. Storeroom right there. And 4 stores can store their inventory in these storerooms. So I'll be good with just this one storeroom until I get to like the 5th store, and then I'm gonna have to start to change things up. So let's go ahead and see, are there any drugstores that want to move in? There's 3. Okay, we've got Solomon's Pharmacy, we've got McCarthy's Drugs, and we've got LLX Pharmacy. LLX Pharmacy just sounds cool and cutting edge and innovative. They need power and they need phone lines though, so I'm gonna need to make sure to run those over. Here we go. Power, phone. Oh, we've got no phone on this entire floor. Okay, there we go. So while they're gonna build that, let's go ahead and take a look at these offices, because look at this. This guy's starting to get dirty. Look at this. His office looks like crap. Now, since this is the only office that needs repairs at the time, I could just click this, right? And click this little wrench and say, renovate unit. But here's the thing. Once we start getting lots more offices, then they're all going to start deteriorating and getting dirty and grimy, and we're going to need to repair multiple at the same time. So actually, it's a lot easier just to go to the shop right here. Let's see, the maintenance shop. All right. And you can see right here, you can renovate one office, renovate 0 restaurants, retail. So basically anybody who needs renovation is going to show up here. And you can just click this and it's going to renovate everything that needs to be renovated in the office. It's a much quicker and easier way than like clicking on offices individually and finding the wrench. It took me a while to figure that out. So I'm dropping that knowledge on you guys for convenience sake. All right, now we can start getting some medical offices in here. We need, oh, come on. What do you want now? Greater variety of restaurants that serve breakfast. Needs greater variety of small stores. Oh, come on. You guys are real demanding. You medical guys, you. All right, so we need a greater variety of stores, apparently. Let's go ahead and build another store so that we can start to get some medical dudes. All right. Get to work, guys. Build me a store, would you? The day's almost over, so I'm going to net some more money, which is nice. I'm going to need that if I'm going to entice some new stores into here. So, let's see. What do we need? There's all sorts of stores that we could have. We've already got a drugstore. We don't need another one of those. We've got food and beverage stores. Portable electronics. I feel like... Oh, there are 3 potential tenants of this type. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need portable electronics. Books, news, and magazines. Maybe. Flowers, wine and spirits, maybe not yet. I'm thinking of food and beverage stores, probably what we could use, right? We've got 07 Shoppy, and we've got West Shoppy. I know it's shop, guys. I like to say shoppy. I'm going to do 07 Shoppy because they're going to pay me $5 more. Why not? Every dollar counts. So now that I've got more diversity in shops, now I need more breakfast places, apparently, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put another breakfast place up here because... people be demanding it. So let me see. If I put a breakfast place here, make sure it's got some power running to it. And let's see what kind of tenants we have. Anybody doing breakfast? Here we go. Kathy's Wraps, hearty takeout. Serves breakfast and lunch. Let's do it. Now, these guys are probably going to be upset because I'm putting in more restaurants and they have a lot of competition. But it seems like since we're getting more tenants, they're getting more customers. So as soon as we put in more tenants, there will be higher demand for food. Everybody will be happy. And look at that. We just got the more people needed. We got 50 tenants now. So, oh, and before we start biting off more than we can chew, right? Let's see. What's the demand right now for power? It's only 33 out of 50. Demand for water is currently 0 out of 10, so nobody's demanding water yet, which is cool. All right. I thought that the cafes demanded water. I guess I was wrong about that. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get some medical offices now because we can. All right. They expect bottled water service, janitorial services, and file storage services. These guys are very demanding, so I'm going to need to get those things. I'll go ahead and start putting the offices first, though. All right. I'm going to put in a new ad for some medical offices, and while that's running, we can start to put in those things that they wanted, like the bottled water service and whatnot. All right, you demanding people, you. Bottled water service. Okay, you happy? Yeah. Uppity, posh, medical bastards. Make sure to run some power over here. And I'm probably going to need water, right? Because it's a bottled water service, and they're probably not going to be getting much done without water. Okay, what else did they need? They needed, let's see. Oh, snap. Speaking of water, there you go. There's our demand for water. They need it. It's okay. You need it. We got it. Run that water line over here. There we go. Now you got some water. Be happy. Don't be angry. Be happy. I gave you the water, okay? The tenant's considering moving out. Don't move out. Yes, I should have had the water before you moved in, okay? But you've got it now. There you go. Turn that frown upside down. All right? Now, there were other things that they needed. What was it? Let's see. Expects janitorial services and file storage. Oh yeah, the file storage thing. They're going to be real sore if I don't get file storage for them. Medical offices, they need that, guys. So, oh my god, this place is huge. And it's costly. Okay, so we've got file storage there. All right. Now let's go ahead and put in our third medical office. They're both going to pay me $380, so who do I like more? South Dental Clinic or Specialist Dental Office? I'm going to go with Specialist. There we go. And lastly, we're going to need a janitorial service, which I'll probably put in over here.